So this is my second time to do this video. This is the house I'm starting at. This is the top of Woodmore Mountain. Well, we consider the top because I've got to go back up a little ways to actually get to the top of the mountain. But this is the dead end where the road starts. It goes all the way down, and I'm going to run it all the way down from here. So as all goes well and nobody calls and interrupts me on my drive down, this will be a drive down Woodmore Mountain. I'll try to make some comments on areas once I get going, but the first thing I do is make it up this hill, and there's a little bit of ice and snow, so hopefully I don't slide too much. Truck is locked up, no chains. Just try to get a little speed going up so I can make it up this icy part. And it's sliding. But hopefully that's it. There's a couple other icy spots, but this is fairly, not really level, but about as level as you can get on a mountain. So this is the main drag. So I'm the main drag guy down the mountain. Of course, I'm going back up a little bit, but eventually you'll be heading down the mountain. There will be some ups and downs, but I'm heading down the mountain essentially. Take a little speed through it. Oh, shoot, car. Take a little speed because I can't stop like they can. Okay, here's where I want to check the downhill before I go down because I can't stop. All ice through here, so if somebody's coming up, there's no stopping. I'm just coming on down and get them out of the way. There'll be another one here in a second. I'll have to stop again and just make sure there's nobody coming up before I start going down. And this is it. I don't know if you can see how steep that is, and I'm sliding. I don't know if you can see how steep that is, but once I get down to that curve, there's no stopping the truck. I'm going to have to keep going. I'm going to try to keep it slow so I don't slide off the side there. Go on the brakes, and I've got to take the center because it's the only part that's semi uniced. And again, I'm not running chains right now, so this could get sketchy. Okay, off the brakes. Actually, this is my normal route. Most of the houses that you probably cannot see are customers of ours. However, I had a couple emergency calls up here today. It's 50 degrees out, but it's still pretty hard ice. So I'm not planning on coming up and doing the rest of the customers till next week. It is Friday, so I can wait. One of my customers just off to the left there, I filled a little bit earlier. And then up to that road on the left is also several customers. This is actually probably the easier part of the mountain right here. Need the shades, there'll be some ice again. Not too bad. I came up, the switchbacks had a little bit of ice, but they weren't too bad. But as the higher I got, of course, in altitude, the little more snowy you got. I know you noticed the road's off to the right. That's where we're going. Yes, there are roads off to the right. It's not just a cavern. And I would say this starts the switchbacks, and yes, this is covered in ice. So hopefully, if I slide, I'll just keep going straight at the bottom. Okay, here's the first, basically, 180 turn. switchbacks anyway. Just turn sometimes. If I don't kiss the side of the mountain just right, I can't make it. We'll see if I make it. Nope, didn't make it. Okay. Back up. Okay, there we are. I'm actually going to turn off my lockers. I think that's the reason I didn't make the corner. It's pushing too hard. So the rest of this we'll do just two-wheel drive, open wheels, no chains. Just because the truck seems to get better traction. It doesn't tear up chains when you don't have the chains on. Every time I drive up here, I break a set of chains. So if I can make it without chaining up, first off, I'm not freezing my hands, cutting my hands up to put the chains on, and I'm not breaking chains. So when you're like, why in the world would you not put chains on? That's why. If I were to slide enough, slip enough, I would get up and put the chains on. But I've already driven up this, so I'm really not too concerned about going down it. Again, you gotta kiss the side of the mountain here, and cut as hard as you can to make the turn. This one I almost always make. So that's fine. The next turn here is more of a horseshoe. It's not a hairpin, so it's not that bad. Now, a lot of people say driving Woodmore Mountain is the sucky part, but they actually plow the road, so I don't think driving is the sucky part. I think the customer's driveways are the sucky part. A lot of times we come up here and it's completely clear, or at least as clear as it is today, and you get up the driveway of the customer's got 2-3 feet of snow on it, and they're calling for gas. It's like, come on, really? How am I supposed to get to your gas tank? Oh, they want me to walk. So I'm walking through 3 feet of snow, pulling a hose, trying to make it to their tank. They didn't plow, so I tried to get to it. Now, the nice thing about Woodmore Mountain is, if you can see, beautiful views. I'm probably 75% down off the mountain, and we still got views like this. So it is actually really nice to drive up here, especially in the summer. I probably come up here once a month in the summer, if not more often than that. That's when the customers up here want to fill their tanks back up because gas prices are lower. Notice the majority of the mountain does not have guardrails. So you slip up and go over, that's it. Hopefully you get an area that's got trees and you don't break all the trees on the way down, but it is what it is. There's a couple small sections like right here that have a guardrail. And I don't know if this guardrail was put in because it's so steep, because the road itself's really not that steep, or if the guardrail was put in because somebody drove off here. We got a car coming up, so I'm stopping. She had plenty of room to get by on this part. And from here, this last turn, it's another turn where it's super, super hard to make it in the truck, but I almost always make it. You kind of have to drive off in the gutter here with one of the wheels. And cut again as hard as you can. Make sure nobody's coming up. And you can make the turn. From here on down, it's fairly easy. It got a lot wider now. I don't know if you notice, it's almost wide enough to get 2 cars down easily. You can definitely pass each other here without stopping. And the road's not near as steep, but it's still a little challenging. If you were in a 2-wheel drive pickup, you'd have to be hard pressed to make it up here, but 2-wheel drive gas truck weighs a lot more and it grips the road a little bit better. So not near as a problem getting up in this truck. truck I'm in is also equipped with automatic chains, so I could just flip a switch and turn the chains on. But again, those are even more expensive than the ones you put on. They don't give you near the traction, and they're just as easy to break. So again, I'm not running those simply because going down here you'll need to, but on the rest of the mountain I just don't want to break them off. I want to use it when I really need it, when there's actual ice, and it's more likely to slide. There's always areas that like it. Even in the summer you can slide up here, but for the most part you don't need anything like that on a day like this. So got a couple more turns to make to get off the mountain, and I'll ride it all the way to the gate before I turn off the recording, but you can definitely pick up a little bit more speed through here and not worry as much. One thing I did find out the hard way, I stopped to put chains on and ended up not being able to. In the apex of the turns down here, I don't know why, but the ground is really super soft. So I sank so deep in the sand, I couldn't put the chains on it. So I had to rock it to get it out. It was almost like I was stuck in mud. This apex directly from is kind of what I'm talking about. That area out there, for whatever reason, I don't know if they just pushed the snow there or why, but it's super, super soft. So if you're going to come up here and you need to chain up, or even a chance of chaining up, you need to do it down here at the gate. There's the parking lot at the gate you'll see as I go by. There is room to pull over and chain up. And a lot of the homeowners in the bad part of the winter will leave their cars down here, and they'll take their beat up old truck down here, and park it and drive their nice car to work. They'll come back and switch them off again, so they don't take their nice car up the hill and end up wrecking it. So here's the gate, and that's Woodmore Mountain. If you want to see how to go up Woodmore Mountain, watch it in reverse. I'm probably not going to do another video.